Hey everyone, Todd Black here, writer of Guardians, and this is the first in what I hope to be a long line of video series that allow me to connect with you, the fan. Now, this one is called Guardians Q&A. It's very, very simple. You ask me a question, whether it's on the Facebook page, on the Twitter feed we have, or on our Google Plus page, and I'll answer it. It really is that simple. So, what's the first question? Well, if you remember, a little while ago, the Guardians joined something called the Powerverse. Now, the Powerverse is a line of comics highlighted by Will Power. Now, since we joined it, it's been a little confusing because you haven't seen the Guardians in any of the comics, and yet we have the Powerverse label. So a lot of people wondering, well, if they're not exactly in the universe, how are the Guardians in the Powerverse? It's very, very simple. I've actually talked with my co-comic book writer, Vince White. Link below. Be sure to check out The Legend of Full Power. It's a really good comic. And we had to figure this out because if the Guardians are going to be in the Powerverse and Will Power Guardians crossover is very, very possible, how are they all together in the universe? Well, it goes like this. In the Guardians verse, I like that. The Guardians verse. There is a character that I have created and have thought out well enough, and his name is Rift. Now, who is Rift? Rift, I like to think of as my version of the Watcher from Marvel Comics. And except for the fact that instead of just watching the Earth and observing everything and seeing where everything's going to go, he watches universes. Yes, universe says, as in a multiverse. Yes. And two of the universes that Rift watches over is the Powerverse and the Guardians verse. And they're actually quite close together in terms of the multiverse. So think of like Earth 1 and Earth 2 for all you DC fans out there. I'm a DC fan, this is a Nightwing shirt. Anyway, so it really is that simple. And Rift will be playing a big, big, big part in the Guardians going forward, including being a, what's a good word, catalyst for some of the bigger storylines I have, including what will be Guardians number 100 if we get that far. I'm counting on you to help me get that far because it's really, really awesome. But Rift has no problem in, I don't know, pulling a certain character or two out of one universe and plopping them into another. So by that band of logic, it's not too far to predict that he may just happen to pull the Guardians out of one universe and plop them in the Powerverse for an issue or two, or pull Will Power out of his universe and plop him into ours. It's that simple. It is that cool, and honestly, it really, really works. So be sure to check out both of our universes, the Powerverse and the Guardiansverse. I'm totally stealing that. This is a world exclusive. I'm calling it the Guardiansverse from now on. Yay! Hit me. So be sure to check out the Guardians and be sure to check out the Legend of Will Power. You can find both the links below because I'm hoping for a crossover one day. I know Vince is hoping for a crossover one day, and with Rift out there watching both of them, it's not hard to imagine that it will happen. So, I thank you for watching the first ever Guardians Q&A. If you have a question about Guardians or about me as a writer, whatever it is, post it in the comments below. Post it on our Facebook page. Ask me on Twitter at Guardians_comic. Look up our Google Plus page. Or if you somehow find my email, I hope you don't, but if you do, heck yeah, email it to me. I will be happy to answer, and I will do my best to answer any and all questions and post them right here. And I will be sure to mention your name as the person who wrote the question so I can answer it. So, again, thank you for watching the first ever Guardians Q&A. I hope to hear your questions so I can give you answers. Or hope to give you answers. No spoilers, ladies and gentlemen. That's not how we roll here. Be sure to stay tuned for further series, including the first ever Guardians Versus series. This is Todd Black, signing off.